Of course, I didn't want to press record until after I did that, but, you know, some part of me had to do it anyway. But hi, everybody. Welcome to the table with Tony D. I was just gonna finish eating a sub. You know, I'm greedy like that. I'm at work. I can't clock in until 5:45 overtime, so I got some free time on my hands. But, before I left the house this morning, I looked at some, videos, whatever. I wanted to get more information on that Pamela Turner, on the Pamela Turner case. Pamela Turner, if for those who don't know, is the woman that was gunned down in her apartment complex by a police officer because allegedly she grabbed his taser. I'm just trying to remember. It was a lot. Okay. Apparently, the family is stating that the police department in Braxton, Texas, or I probably get the name wrong, but in Braxton, was it Barracks, Texas, or whatever? They knew that she had mental issues. And apparently the police officer lives in the same complex and had approached her before. So to me, that already sounds like a conflict of interest. He shouldn't be, if I'm not mistaken, he shouldn't even be working in the district that he lives. I thought, well, I don't know if it was in Pennsylvania, but I remember in Philly, if someone wanted to become a cop, if you lived in North Philly, you couldn't be a cop in your neighborhood. You had to go outside your neighborhood. That's conflict of interest. So the family took her body, and they're getting a second independent autopsy done. She's going to have 2 funerals in Mississippi, so to hear her daughter out there crying like that is just sad. Then she said she spoke to the man, and he said, well, you aware of her mental issues? And he's going to say, yeah. The video, like I said, is disturbing. And we got to do better protecting our black women. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm racist and I'm trying to make this a black or white thing, because the officer, I believe, is Hispanic. But no matter what color he is, whether he was black or was, it doesn't matter. It's just a wrong situation. Like, if you're a police officer, I just can't believe he went through that with a 45-year-old woman. Like, you gunned down a 45-year-old woman. A woman with 3 children and 3 grandkids. You killed somebody's grandma. Like, I mean, that's what's sickening about it. But I'm beginning to see on Facebook, I'm seeing it on these videos, more and more cops hitting women. And it's not acceptable. Like, an accountability need to be had. You know, somebody need to be responsible for that. Like, it's unfortunate. You know, I don't like sitting here having to talk about a woman that was diagnosed with being bipolar, and an officer went in to arrest her. It's just, the whole situation just looks sloppy to me. It just looked real sloppy to me. It just looked like she's going to her house and to leave her alone, and I don't know. It doesn't on his side. I can't see how anything would justify that. How anything could justify that. Even if she had the fucking taser, even if she did fire it at him, it don't mean that it's an automatic death sentence, that you just kill somebody. Like, I mean, when is enough enough? Like, this shit, I'm tired of talking about mass shootings. I'm tired of talking about unjustifiably police shootings. I'm tired of it. And then you would go to think that it's black, white. It's everybody. Everybody's doing it. Like, I guess it's then on top of that, I was riding in a Lyft yesterday, actually, and me and one of the passengers, I was doing the share, I was trying to save some money, but me and one of the passengers, we were talking, and he was like, the whole system is set up, which it is. And the thing about it is, and this goes to, anyone of African-American male, how many times have you been picked to be on the jury? And a lot of us aren't registered, not saying everybody, it's a lot of people that aren't registered to vote. You get what I'm saying? When you're voting, you get jury duty. And I know I've had jury duty maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, and I was never picked to be on the jury. Never picked. And, I mean, is it all inclusive when, like, do they really, when they do these jury pools, are they picking the way they're supposed to be picking? Because that's a good question. Like, I don't see many African American, except that Percy dude that with the Walter Scott mistrial, but I don't see many African American males on juries like that. Like, I just don't know, man. But like I'm saying, I keep seeing this thing over and over again. The Dameen Lovely girl that was in Miami-Dade, Florida, when she had a gun pulled out on her, and she called the cops. The officer come and tackle her down to the ground. Well, they arrested him, and now he's charged with misconduct and some type of battery, which the battery is a misdemeanor. The misconduct, he could get like 4 years in jail. I mean, so some police stations, and they fired him, and some people are holding people accountable. But this Braxton, Texas, I forgot the name of it, Brexit, whatever the hell it's called. I just don't know, man. Like, the hardest thing that ever happened to me in my life was me losing my mom. I lost my mom at an early age. I lost my mom when I was 21. Just losing your mom, then have your mom to be murdered by the person that was supposed to protect her, by the people that suited up to protect her. There is a real mental crisis going on in this world where there are people that are mentally ill. And you it's like an onion, because it's one point, because I know I'm going all over the place, but I don't care. It's my channel. But it's one point where it seems as though, how can I say this? The cops are underpaid. It's like nobody really wants to become cops no more. So then when no one's applying for a job, you're probably lowering the standards to become one. I don't believe all these cops are getting mental evaluations like they should be. They're not even just that, but then you got the gangs that's in the police. I'm sure there is. I mean, really, it just it just shouldn't be tolerated. It just really shouldn't be tolerated. Like, no, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about hearing anybody being shot down in the streets. Like, what the fuck? I swear, man, like, all we want to do is just, I don't know, just want some accountability. He needs to be held accountable. He needs to be in jail for murder. The cop that killed Orlando Castile should be in jail for murder. It will never strike me how these cops always get off. I just don't understand. Like, you're murdering people. When I was younger, back in the 90s, I can't believe I said that, but yeah, like, you didn't hear of, I mean, I'm sure they happened, but you didn't hear of them like this. Like, it's just like they're sociopaths. Like, I don't even want to go down this road. I don't even want to get on with that, but you know, it is what it is. All you can do is just do as you're told, pretty much, until you make it out safely. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.
Oh, child. Oh, God. So sit down.